What is going on? It is your boy GamingAubs here. So, in light of what happened yesterday, I'm sure everyone's heard about the shooting for 4th of July. You know, one thing that kind of struck me odd? I'm actually thinking a couple things is going to happen. I don't think anything's going to happen with the guns. But I did say that, eventually what's going to end up happening is when these kids, now granted this guy was 22 years old, right? So not a whole lot you can do, but some of these people are going to end up getting their parents in trouble, right? It always goes back to the parents and how they're raised and all of that. And there's plenty of videos out there about that. There's plenty of articles you can read about how important it is for parents to be in the household, especially at least one of the parents being in the household, because children need guidance. Let's call it for what it is. I mean, even when I was young, I needed guidance, right? Of course, I didn't do stupid stuff like some of these young cats do. But you know what I found interesting? So California has actually made it to where parents can be held legally responsible for their child's actions in both civil and criminal court. Whether it was intentional or accidental, it doesn't even matter. So basically, if you have a daughter and she goes out there and she accidentally kills someone, even if it's by accident, parents is held reliable. I ran into this article. It's really peeps. Right there. Parents can be held legally responsible for their minor children's actions in both civil and criminal court. Whether the minor's child's actions were intentional or accidental will impact the case. Right? So it says here the purpose of the parental responsibility laws to encourage parents to take a greater role in supervising their minor children. Now, this is where we got to come back to reality, right? Women are the only ones that can create life, right? With the help of us, of course. I don't want y'all getting into this argument, but women are the only ones that can bring life into this world. So women have a greater responsibility to make sure that, hey, if you bring a life into this world, make sure everything is set up, your kingdom is set up, right? We can sit here and go back and forth about how men are trash. I don't want to hear it. Again, iterate. You're the only ones that can bring life into this world, okay? So it's very important for both parents to be there, right? So let me just say this. I think if they apply this law on a federal level, I'm going to tell you something. Women are going to start having to act, I don't say cautiously, but they're going to have to be a little bit more careful on who they lay down with, right? And have babies by, right? Because they can be a single parent, but hey, if your child goes out, kill someone, you can go to jail. And I think that's right. I think that's rightfully so, right? The assumption is that if the child's parents supervise their minor more closely, they will prevent their children from committing crimes. Therefore, if parents fail to supervise their minor child and that child commits a crime, it is possible for that parent to be punished by law. So, to whom this applies? These laws apply to the parents of any children who are 17 years or younger. Additionally, if an adult encourages or enables, now I want you to look at this key word, enable, right? Because let me just point this out here. There are a lot of you parents that have TikToks who are instigating and encouraging your children to fight, to do certain things. Okay, peeps. So If that minor participates in a crime, that adult will be prosecuted for contributing to the minor's delinquency, right? And rightfully so. A parent should not be exciting any type of violence, right? You shouldn't be doing that, peeps. So California's parental liability for willful misconduct. Sometimes a minor may intentionally or willfully commit a crime. When this is the case, the minor's parents may be held liable for the child's actions. Specifically, they are responsible for the civil damages that the court may award the victim, which means you can't have your children just going out damaging property. So again, home break-ins, right? So your child breaks into a home. You're going to be held liable. You should have been lay some down groundwork, right? Lay down the law. Start at the young age, right? He breaks into the house, steals stuff, breaks stuff. So now not only you going to end up having a charge on your record, now you got to pay back the victim for whatever property damage he committed, which means hopefully you have some good insurance, right? Now, this may not apply when a minor acted on accident, okay? Only when a minor acted wrongly with willfulness, okay? So this doesn't include accidental. So if they do damage property by accident, of course, this won't apply, right? That'll be a small claims court. I don't know what California's deal is. I don't live in California. I heard California's a pain anyway when it comes to laws and regulations. So, California's parental liability for minor driving. Who is responsible when a minor causes an accident? Well, in California, the answer is the person who signed the minor's driver's license application. So, which most likely is going to be the parent or legally guardian, right? So if you're adopting kids, make sure you keep them in line. So it says if a minor driver causes an accident, their parents or guardians may be held financially responsible. Both parents can be held jointly liable for any accident that involves their minor child, that their minor child causes, okay? The law in California is very clear about parents' responsibility, okay? So if a parent fails to fulfill his or her duty to exercise reasonable care, supervision, protection, and control of their minor child, they have committed a misdemeanor crime, right? Now, it sounds like this is only going to be a misdemeanor. I would not be shocked if this is an additional charge to whatever charges the child. You know, I think if a child, commits murder, right? The parents, that's a murder charge on your record. Okay. Therefore, the parents are responsible for more than just the financial losses for the minor child's conduct led to. Parents can also face misdemeanor charges if the state finds them negligent and their duty to provide reasonable care. Okay. Now, this is in California. And what I am saying is I think it's going to get to a point where I think there's another state where they do charge parents for whatever crimes. It may be at the county level. I don't know. But I would not be shocked if this becomes a federal thing. Right? So federally, if you have a minor that's 17 or under and that child commits a crime, the parents are responsible. And this doesn't, and I'm pretty sure this is not going to include the absentee father. Is going to be whoever their parent is in that household. I think this is good because what this will do is you'll see a lot more women going to jail, which means they'll have less likely to have children out of wedlock and just having children for the hell of it, right? And it'll encourage more of a family structure, right? To where both parents are going to have to figure out, hey, we have children, we got to raise them to be good citizens like you're supposed to do. Teach them right from wrong. punish them. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't tell you how many people, women that I've run into have no structure in their household, has no laws, no rules, no nothing. They let their children just do whatever the fuck they want to do with no consequences, and they're not consistent with their punishment. So what ends up happening? You have stuff like what happened in Chicago, right? You had that uncle that basically, I said there was no red flags, but again, he's not there. He's not the guardian. This falls back to the mother. I wouldn't be too shocked if this guy didn't have a dad in the household. I think most of these shooters don't have dads in the household. So I just wanted to bring that to y'all's attention. You know, at the rate things are going, I think this would be a good thing. Like I said, it'll encourage parents to start being parents, because for some reason we just don't have parents no more. The children just do whatever they want to do with no consequences, and we gotta stop that. Anyways, I am out. Peace, and I am gone.